Welcome to Healthy Eating Tips. Today, we talk about 17 cancer-causing foods you have to stop eating. Cancer is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, but studies suggest that simple lifestyle changes, such as following a healthy diet, could prevent 30 to 50% of all cancers. Here are 17 of the most unhealthy, cancer-causing foods that you should never eat again, along with some healthier alternatives. So, this video is very informative and helpful. Watch in the end. Number 1 is soda and sugary beverages. Harvard researchers found that drinking soda and other sugary beverages increases the risk of dying from heart disease and some types of cancers. In alternatives, water is always best, but if you really crave the sweet, bubbly hit of soda, choose a natural brand without caramel color. Number 2. Grilled red meat. High temperatures used for this steak cooking produce cancer-causing hydrocarbons. And excessive consumption of red meat, in general, is thought to up your cancer and heart risk. In alternatives, you should use gentler cooking methods like stewing, baking, steaming, boiling, and choose organic, grass-fed beef, if possible. Number 3. Microwave popcorn. Popcorn is also low in fat, and high in fiber. Yet a couple of chemicals in microwave popcorn, and its packaging have been linked to negative health effects, including cancer, and a dangerous lung condition. But, in alternatives, you should buy organic kernels, and pop them in an air popper, or on your stove. Number 4. Canned food, especially tomatoes. Canned foods are dangerous because the cans are lined with the chemical BPA, a known hormone disruptor. Canned tomatoes are especially problematic because their acidity causes the BPA to leach into the food. Tomatoes in general are very healthy, but packaged tomatoes create problems. In alternatives, eat fresh or frozen produce. Number 5. Hydrogenated oils. Vegetable oils are not extracted from their source naturally, but instead must undergo a chemical process. Even more chemicals are added to achieve the desired look and consistency of the product, resulting in an extremely high level of unhealthy omega-6 fats. In alternatives, you should choose olive, soy, or canola oil. Instead, these oils are naturally extracted. Number 6. Farmed salmon. The wild-caught salmon is one of the healthiest proteins you can eat. The farmed version is fed an unnatural diet full of chemicals, pesticides, and antibiotics. They are also fattier than wild-caught, and therefore store more of the bad stuff in their bodies. In alternatives, eat wild-caught salmon, or augment your diet with a purified fish oil supplement. Number 7. Poultry consumption and cancer. Poultry, which includes chicken, turkey, and other fowl. According to a recent finding by Food and Drug Administration, broiler chickens, which are raised by poultry farmers for meat production, may contain arsenic, a carcinogen, associated with various cancers. In alternatives, eat country chickens, because it possess fewer toxins from free foraging, meaning little to no health risks, as opposed to broiler chickens. Number 8. Artificial sweeteners. Most artificial sweeteners are produced by a chemical process. Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners cause brain tumors. If you must use sweetener, you should choose natural and plant-based sweeteners. Number 9. Refined white flour. The refining process strips away all nutritional values from the original wheat. Even worse, the flour is then bleached with chlorine gas to achieve that appealing white color. White flour is a carbohydrate that breaks down into simple sugar, cancer's preferred fuel. In alternatives, choose unbleached, whole wheat flour for your cooking, and read labels carefully to determine how much of the white stuff is in packaged products. Number 10. Non-organic fruits and vegetables. The fruits and veggies themselves are extremely healthy, but the pesticides sprayed on them are very dangerous for health. In alternatives, you should buy organic as much as you can, and carefully wash all produce before eating. Number 11. Processed meat. Eating processed meat increases your risk of bowel and stomach cancer. Huge amounts of salt, as well as dangerous chemicals, especially nitrate and nitrite. Eat mostly fresh, organic meats, and look for other products with minimal processing and no preservatives. Number 12. Potato chips and French fries. Potato chips and French fries taste so good, but being fried in trans fats, and then heavily salted, makes them a real cancer risk. In alternatives, check out some recipes for baked potatoes, fries, air-popped popcorn, dried apple or banana chips. Number 13. Alcohol. Studies by the National Cancer Institute have shown a link between alcohol consumption and cancers of the head and neck, esophagus, liver, breast, and colon. The good news is that there are many alternatives to drinking alcohol, for example, herbal tea, mocktails, hot baths, aerobic activities, and medication, etc. Number 14. Refined sugars. Refined sugar is probably the single worst ingredient in the modern diet. It has been associated with many serious diseases, including obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, including breast, prostate, and uterine. Fruit and vegetable alternatives include date sugar, applesauce, bananas, butternut squash, figs, raisins, and honey also. These alternatives are loaded with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. Number 15. Margarine. Margarine was supposed to be a healthier alternative to butter, but as it turns out, margarine is made from hydrogenated vegetable oils, and is full of trans fats. Recent studies have suggested that trans fats are way more dangerous than the saturated fats found in butter. In alternatives, still go easy on the butter, but choose it over margarine. Olive oil flavored with herbs is also a nice topping for bread or veggies. Number 16. Packaged diet food. You think you're making a smart choice by purchasing diet foods, but in reality these products are often jammed with extra sugar or artificial sweeteners to replace any fat that's removed. In alternatives, eat fresh, whole foods rather than packaged diet meals. Number 17. Pickled foods. Pickled food intake could increase gastric cancer risk due to their nitrate and nitrite content. Pickled food may reduce consumption of fresh vegetables. Another issue is that pickled foods are high in salt, and a high salt diet can lead to gastric cancer. In alternatives, cultured or homemade pickled foods should be used because they are not fermented and are preservatives-free foods. After all discussion, we may conclude that simply shifting your mealtime balance towards whole foods, away from packaged products, and skipping the sodas will make a huge difference in cancer risk. Life is very busy, but kitchen time can be quality time for the entire family. Thanks for watching.